Friends, today we'll learn future value FV function. This is the first financial function that we are going to learn. So here let us see an example where we are putting in 1 lakh rupees and we have to calculate the compound interest for 3 years. In this blue area we will do it. If we write 1 lakh rupees like this, then I have already written the function how to calculate a simple interest, and at the end of first year we are having a simple interest of 1 lakh 10,000 rupees. We'll see it as an investment for the second year. To calculate the compound year for the second, we'll type it here. It comes out to 11,000 and the total amount will be 1,21,000. And for the third year, we can write this thing is equal to this output of the first year will be the input, and the final investment is 1,33,100 rupees. This is a compound interest type of thing. You see, if there are 10 years, we can calculate it for 10 years, or we can use a function called future value. So future value is having 5 arguments: rate, that is the rate of annual interest rate, n per is the number of payment periods, that is in our case there are 3 years, PMT is the payment made each period, that is present. Now in each period we are not paying any payment, we are just paying lump sum amount at the starting, so PMT will be 0. PV is the present value is minus 1 lakh rupees, or you can say 100,000. This is the present amount, right? And type is 0 and 1. If we are making any payment in the starting, right, beginning, we call it 1 because the interest will be paid for the whole period. But if we paid an interest or we calculated interest at the end of the year or end of the period, then we'll put it at 0. So most of the time we call it as 1. Now let us calculate the future value. We'll write down equal to future value, bracket open, and after that this is our rate. After rate, this is our number of payment periods. Then payment made each period is 0, and after that our present value is this, and after that this is 1, and we close it, bracket close. This has not to be 1 rupee, this has to be general. Let us make it general like this one, and answer is 133,100, something like that, and here is also 133,100. So in both the case answers are same. So in this way we can calculate a future value using the function FV. Now FV are also good in calculating like recurring deposit. Recurring means at every period we are depositing some amount. One thing I would like to mention here is that this thing is minus 1,000. What are the amount that is being deposited from your account that is going out, you put it as a minus so that you can have a proper answer. So in our case, let us write down this. The rate is 8%. We'll write down 8 here and percent sign 8%. Then number of payment periods. So in recurring deposit we are paying it every month, so the answer is 60. So we'll have 60 here. Payment in each period we are making is minus 1,000 rupees. We'll call it minus 1,000. And the present value we don't have any present value, it is 0 for us. The present value is 0, and the type has to be 1 because if we are paying it the starting, then the whole interest will be calculated for the whole period and we will get a good amount of interest. Now we will get the future value. We will write down this is equal to future value, bracket open, and we will select this as a rate, then put a comma, then number of payment periods, then put a comma, then payment made each period, comma, and present value, put a comma, and this type as well. Our answer is 13,53,000. It seems to be quite big, so make sure there is a mistake that we made here. The rate is not 8%. 8% is the annual interest rate, but when we are calculating it for monthly basis, we have to divide it by 12. So here we have to make a little change. We have to make it equal to, and we have to make it divide by 12. So now this is our answer, 73,966.7. This is our amount that is being calculated, right, at the end of 5 years. So let us see another example. Here in the earlier case we are having monthly interest. Here we are having depositing in each quarter. So in here there are 4 quarters. So let us calculate it like this. Our rate is equal to this 10%, and we'll divide it by 4 for the quarter only. Number of payment periods, this thing is equal to, we have 5 years and every year there are 4 quarters. We will multiply it by 4. So number of payment periods is 20. Payment in each period is equal to minus 1,000, that is written here. present value is 0, type is 0 1. Let us make it 1 because we are making it at the starting, and then the starting we'll get the interest for the whole period, so we'll make it 1. And our future value is equal to future value, bracket open, and we'll select our rate, comma, number of payment periods, comma, 1000, that is a PMT, comma, present value, comma, and 1. And this is our answer, 26,183 for a quarter. Another option is FD, fixed deposit. This option is slightly different from what we had in if we are having a cumulative interest for the 5 years, not in each period. Recurring deposit were recurring every month, but this is an annual affair. So here rate is equal to the 6.95, the above rate. Number of payments period is 5, that is 5 years. Payment made each period is 0. We are not paying anything in each period. Present value is equal to, let us say, minus this 1 lakh, because present value has to be, we are paying this amount as 1 lakh rupees and it is being deducted from our account at the starting, and we'll take it as type as 1 at the beginning. So for number of 5 years, our interest and the total amount is calculated by the future value here. I'll write it down again for you. I'll write down equal to future value, and in the future value our rate is 6.95. We'll select our rate, put a comma. Then next is n per, number of payment periods, that is 5, put a comma. Payment made each period, nothing, 0, comma. Then present value is minus 1 lakh rupees, comma, and then 1. We are paying it in the beginning so that we can have the payment interest for the whole period.